This one sounds amazing on the acoustic guitar, especially when you're finger picking it, and it's not as complicated as you think. I'm going to show you the pattern to play a little Fleetwood Mac Landslide. Welcome back to Relax and Learn Guitar. I am Kevin, and this is Maggie May. Getting the treats ready so we have a smooth lesson. We've got my wife Vicki behind the camera.
Hello.
And let's get started on this incredible Fleetwood Mac tune. So for this song, we're going to be using a capo on the 3rd fret, and we're going to be playing some open chords here. And this song, even if you're a beginner, you could approach this one as kind of just strumming along with the chords. We'll cover the chords first here. We've got a C chord. We've got a G with a B in the bass. You'll see this written as like G/B. And the cool thing with this song, especially through this verse, we've got this C shape here. We're not going to lift up our index finger. It's going to stay planted on the 2nd string on the 1st fret for this whole little sequence here. So we have a C. To get the G/B chord, you're going to pick up your middle finger and put it back down here on the 5th string 2nd fret. And you're going to put your pinky down onto the 2nd string 3rd fret. And this is all relative to this capo. You don't play the 6th string. So you have C, G/B, and for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to call this G as we play this lesson through. With A minor 7, again, leaving our index finger down here on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and then back to that G/B. Like I said before, maybe just get started here, just used to strumming these chords and using that index finger as kind of your anchor finger. I mean, these chords sound great. So
get strumming with it.
Yeah, it sounds good that way too. Now the finger picking is really what sets this song off. So it's Travis picking. So Travis picking is when we use our thumb to alternate a bass note, and we use in this lesson we're using our index finger and our middle finger to play the other strings. If you are new to Travis picking, definitely check out the lesson I have for you here when you're finished with this one to get much more in depth on Travis picking the guitar. So we're comfortable with those chord shapes under our fretting hand. So this pattern here, let's start with this C. Now, for most of this pattern, we're going to plant our index finger on the 3rd string, and our middle finger is going to play the 2nd string. Our thumb's going to move around a little bit. This C shape is the 5th string root or bass note. So the pattern is going to start here with our thumb. And here's the pattern that you're going to be kind of playing with in this song. We're going to go thumb, index, thumb, middle. Whoa, that's a high one. Thumb, index, thumb, middle. The strings we're playing, especially on this C shape, is 5, then 3, then 4, then 2. Get used to doing that a lot. And the pattern is the same for all 4 of these chords. Each of these chords get one of these patterns. And the pattern is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll talk about a little difference here in a second, but get used to that. And then you go to that G with the B in the bass. And then A minor 7. And then back to the G/B. So step 1 is this, C, G, A minor, G. So once you're familiar with that pattern, they actually, so Lindsey Buckingham, an amazing guitar player, Stevie Nicks' voice on this is just astounding. But one thing that is a little different on this first verse, actually through the first verse all the way through, we're going to leave off the last note of this pattern. So we're going to count it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We're going to leave off the last 4, which is that high or that B string. So get used to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then to that G, to the A minor 7, back to the G. well, the way I think about it is the pattern ends with my thumb. The pattern always ends with my thumb on that 4th string. So this one is kind of quick. Definitely work toward playing along with the record at the tempo, but I always say play this one really slow first. It's so important to get that pattern down, and once you do, the speed comes with time. Now there is one slight variation. They hang onto this A minor chord a little bit right at the end of the first part of the verse. So the I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. It's kind of like a pattern and a half on that A minor before going to the G. Then at the end of the first verse, moving into the chorus, we got our first new chord here. It's a D/F sharp. That means it's a D with an F sharp in the bass. So this one is fretted at the good old humble D chord, but that you're gonna use your thumb and you're gonna fret the 6th string on the 2nd fret. It's an F sharp note, so that gets a F sharp in the bass of this D chord. Now the pattern is the same. You're going to start on the 6th string for this pattern. Where we did the other 4 chords on the 5th string, this is get used to that. So I'll play the end of the verse into the chorus here, starting with that C, G, A minor, and then the D. And then we're going to go into a G chord. And now this G chord, same pattern as that D with the F sharp. We're going to be playing the pattern with our thumb starting on the 6th string. Well, I've been back to the D, F sharp, afraid of E minor. And now all 3 of those are 6th string roots. So we start with our thumb on the 6th string. So we have I've been afraid of E minor. Here's another change in the song. The only time this happens, the E minor gets 2 patterns. Otherwise, all these other chords get just 1 pattern during this song. Now, it's a little difficult to hear. On the record, there's a couple of different guitar parts going on, but the way I play this chorus is I go ahead and add in that last note, the one we kind of skipped in the pattern for the verse. I'm playing this in the chorus. So this chorus notes, or these chorus chords rather, get the entire pattern. So we'll go from the verse into the chorus here again. C, G, A minor, D. Well, G, been a D of E minor twice. Back to the C, G, A minor, D. Back to the G, D, E minor twice, C, G, A minor, G. I could literally listen to that like all day. Vicky's like over here, her eyes are getting heavy. It's a nice, calming, mellow song. Yeah. So that's the one thing I'll note. So when you get to that, I just suggest that you can play the chorus the same pattern as the verse if you like, but if you add in that last note, it's totally fine. The other thing I think is happening here, especially like on this G chord, you can, anytime, you can substitute this in if you like, and it's going to sound fine, is the last note of the pattern. He's hitting that high E string with that, instead of the 2nd string. You can do that with either your middle or your ring finger. I like the ring finger. So you can throw that in there. You can throw it in there on the D chord too. So grab your guitar, make sure you're in tune. You got that capo on the 3rd fret. I'll play through like the first half of the verse, and then I'll kind of play that D chord, kind of transition into the chorus, so you can kind of see how this flows. So I'll do this one, I'll count us in a little slow here, and I'll just kind of sing/say the chords as we go, just so we have them kind of where we need them. All right, so we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, G, A minor, G, C, G, A minor, G. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Now we're going to transition into the chorus. Here's that D. Well, G, been a D, a V minor played twice, the C, G, A minor, playing the whole pattern, D, G makes you D, E minor twice again, C, G, A minor, G. So add that one to your set list. Sounds a little more complicated than it is. If you really just slow down and concentrate, you can definitely make this one work for you. To learn 4 more great fingerstyle guitar songs, check out this lesson next. Remember that Vicky, Maggie, and I very much appreciate your views and your support here on YouTube, and we'll see you for the next lesson. Until then, remember that you're never too old to learn.